The environment, we can have our own views on it. But remember, the future is not about science, it's about emotion. Therefore, you might have different views about whether the global warming science is robust or not. It is irrelevant. I happen to think that the global warming issue is likely to be very, very significant. But what is important is that you know that your consumers, those on your programs, and everything else as well, are increasingly passionate about it. Think how many heads of state were talking about global warming 3 years ago, and think about now, and then think about tomorrow. So it's an absolutely massive issue, and it will change every single thing that you do in terms of moving people around and energy use. And we underestimate it at our peril. Now, I have good news for you. Although conferencing is one of the greatest users of aviation fuel in the world, I work with a number of airlines, so I know that. It's a big chunk of their profits. I can tell you some good news, which is there is a way, which I would commend to you, for managing that process, which would otherwise cause tension. And the process, many of you are very familiar with, but I would say we're hardly seeing it used yet. And that is to use carbon offsets, where you're buying an allowance, you're paying an amount of money into a fund which is used to buy a carbon credit for the future. And how does it do that? It does it by protecting a rainforest somewhere. It does it by installing a hydroelectric plant which wasn't quite viable in a part of India, which can now operate, a small one, on a small river, which is ecologically sound. It does it in all kinds of small ways, converting a school in Texas to a wood-burning boiler so they're no longer burning oil, whatever it is. And these things buy you a credit, which you can offset against your travel. The cost of doing it is almost zero. It would cost probably $25, $30, $35 per person here, $40 per person here, in addition to the big cost of you coming, to offset everything, including the water, the heat, the light, the food, everything else as well, even the electricity used to illuminate the stage right now.